Hello and welcome to part 1 of the 1960 Camaro build in the Mad Max style. I want to apologise to all the people who've subscribed and following this build. It's been a bit of a while since I actually done anything, and the reason being is when I did the first video, the picture quality and video quality wasn't up to much. And it's all down to my old camcorder I was using. It just wasn't very good at all. So I had to wait, and I've had to buy a new camcorder, which I'm using now. So hopefully the video quality should be better, and there'll be more videos coming out more frequently. So yeah, thank you for bearing with me, and we can crack on with this. So what are we going to be doing in this episode? Well, the truth is, I don't really know. I have an idea what I want to do, but whether I can get it all into one episode is another matter. But what I want to do first is a bit of prep work. And what I want to prep is this, the chrome. I really need to strip this chrome off. Because obviously when you've got chrome plated parts and you try and paint over the top of them and whatever, it just doesn't work. And to be honest with you, I think the chrome just looks awful. It just doesn't look real at all. So yeah, and plus obviously being a Mad Max build, there's not a lot of chrome anyway. So yeah, I want to attempt to strip this off, but unfortunately I can't do that here. I've got to be by a sink to be able to do it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the camcorder, put it on my tripod and take it to the sink. So by the power of editing, here is my attempt to strip the chrome off this. See you in a bit. Right, here we are at the sink. What I've got here is a tub which contains bleach, and all I'm using is just regular household bleach, but also I've got a bowl of water. So once I've put the chrome in here and started stripping the chrome, I can then put it straight into the water to get rid of the rest of the bleach, and also a brush to get into all the little nooks and crannies in the chrome, but also most importantly, gloves. Wear gloves because you're messing with neat bleach. So I'm going to get the chrome parts, and this shouldn't actually take long to strip. So what I'm going to do is just put that in the bleach and cover it, and make sure it's all covered, and it should start to strip off. Ooh. So as you can see, it's starting to strip here. It's not taking long at all. Just get a little bit of a brush. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's coming off lovely. It wasn't too bad. Just give a bit of scrub in the recesses. As you can see, it's coming out white, and I think has that got it? Yep, there we go. All the chrome is now. There's a little bit there, a little stubborn bit. So now, just plunge that into the water to wash it off. Obviously we've got to let this dry out and what have you. But it's just as easy as that. Nothing complex. A little bit of discoloration, but nothing can't live with. But that's got rid of all that chrome, and now getting rid of all that chrome, there's a lot more detail appeared, because the chrome is quite thick. Yep, there we go. No more chrome left there. So you can actually pick out a lot more detail now. And obviously we can do what we're going to do with it. So there you go. That's that. The next bit, we'll be back at the bench. So that didn't take long at all. Right, we're back at the bench. Yeah, so the stripping of the chrome went really easily and very well. I say it has took there's a few little spots left in there, but that's okay. It's not too bad. But it has. Let me zoom in. Picks up a lot of the detail now, as we can see in the wheels, which was hidden by the chrome plate. See, it was that thick. Also, I've noticed the steering wheel. That's got a bit. It's got a little bit of flash on it, but on the back of it, which was hidden, is all the little raised areas. And when the chrome's on, that was just smooth. I don't know if the camera can pick that up in the light because of being white. But yeah, so let me zoom back out. Yeah, so really pleased with that. That's come out. So now we've got all our parts ready to start building. In the instructions, it's got us starting with the engine, which, yeah, I'm going to follow this to a certain degree. We're going to build the engine, but when it comes to the exhausts, I'm not going to put the exhaust on because I want to dry fit them within the model, because I want to modify the exhaust. Because what I'm thinking of doing is, when the engine's in place, I want to get the bonnet or the hood and probably cut out holes for the exhaust to come through like stacks instead of coming all the way through the back. So that's the plan of that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get started with the engine. So just bear with me while I get all the stuff prepped, and I'll be back in a sec. Right, we've got our engine parts. What it's asking for first are these two parts. So what I'm going to do is kind of cut them off, clean them up a bit, and then glue them together. But when you come to cut these parts off sprues, try and cut not right up against it, because you've got a chance of damaging the plastic and may even take a chunk out of the plastic. So what I tend to do, I cut it just further up on the sprue, leaving part of the sprue attached like that, and then we can clean that up in a bit. So let's just chop this one off. Right, we've got those. Put that to the side. Now we can actually get in closer, and we can actually, oh, there we go, that rings a bell. Getting closer to it and cut it more precisely, only leaving a little bit of a nub which you could sand off. Getting close. Make sure you are cutting the nubs off and not parts. I've done that in the past. Right, just get a little bit of a sander on that edge, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to fit it together, then sand it, but I want to make sure it fits together. Right, it's a bit awkward being white, because obviously it's more difficult to pick up on the camera. So yeah, no obvious big gaps. So what I'm using, good old staple, Tamiya extra thin, and get a bit on, and where the seam is, just run it down there just a little bit, so capillary action pulls it into the seam. Just make sure we get the spots. Yeah, there's a bit of sanding to do on it, just to smooth it up a bit. Just get a bit of a squeeze. It's that white, it's blowing everything out, all the white balance on that. There we go. Yep, that's stuck in place. Just let that go off for a bit, and we'll come back and do a little bit of sanding just to smooth it out a bit so we can put all the other bits on. Right, that's had some time now to dry. What I've done a bit of the sanding or whatever because I need to get really close because it's in sort of little recesses and whatever, and my head would be in the way. But I've left some. All I'm using is some thinny sticks, sanding, and just go straight across, and just what I'm trying to do is to make this as flat as possible so when I put the other parts on they'll sit nice on it. They don't need much, just keeping the stick nice and flat against the surface, and I'm not pressing really hard on it, I'm just letting the sanding stick do the work. Yep, we've got a little bit there. Right, yeah, that should do it. What I did in the meantime while I was waiting for this to dry, I got some of the parts cut out, cut off the sprues and all cleaned up, ready. So I'm going to put some of these on and see where we go from there. So first of all, I've got to put these the side parts on. Let's do 93. And it wants you to put it, I see there's a little recess there, so it's not a very good fit. Oh, there we go. So hold it together and again just drop a bit of glue across that edge there, and we don't want too much, and a bit there. Yep, that's got it. Oh, put a bit there. And the next one. Does that fit in there? Now, is that too set? Because I think I made a mistake. Yeah, I put it on the wrong side. I told you I wasn't a professional modeller. But it's okay, it wasn't permanently stuck down. There we go, that's better. That's the first of many mistakes, believe me. Oh. Dropping things. Right, let's put some more round on the other one. that's got it. Now we've got to put the rocker covers on, but we've got to put that on as well. But will that interfere with the rocker covers? No, shouldn't do. Okay, and it's asking for 110. Now what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to dry fit these first. It has got a little bit of a lip there. I should have labelled them really, shouldn't I? Which one's which? Ah, let's see. That one definitely goes on that one. Yep. Me and dropping things. Yeah, that's not a brilliant fit. Oh, it is, it's okay. Right, I'm going to put that one on first because that's tending to spring off a bit. So what I want to do, I want to try and get majority of this motor built up and then painted before I do anything else. So I want to paint some of the other parts when I go on and then put them on, because I am going to be able to get into the details if it's all built all in place, if you can understand that. Right, so that's them, and yeah, I'll carry on building the rest of it and I'll come back when I've done the rest. Right, I'm back. I've took this as far as I want to for this episode, because I might want to paint some of this before I put the other parts on. I've got to really have a look what I'm going to be doing next with it, whether I'm going to be painting the parts or not. But yeah, thank you for joining me and putting up with me on this episode. As I say, I do apologise for the delay of getting it out, as I say, because of the problems with the camera. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I hope you're going to enjoy this. Oh, one thing, this little bit here, that was a pain in the butt. It would not stick on. Anyway, yeah, so thank you for watching. If you want to follow along, hit the subscribe button and also the little bell symbol next to it for the notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.